special day. It is half a year since my accident. 6 months, 182 days to be exact. Half a year has gone by, and that seems so crazy to think of. Half a year of my life has been this. And while I've done an amazing job physically at my recovery, I have faced every day head on and, tackled it as best way I could in those moments. I think it's okay to acknowledge now that I've also had really bad days mentally in my recovery, and they've only really just started. I think initially when I first woke up and I realized, okay, I'm alive, and having so many people tell me that how lucky I really was to be here, I had this sense of excitement. I was just so grateful to be here and to have a second chance at life and the second chance to be a better person, a better me, and to really just put my best foot forward always. And I was so grateful to have that. I still am very grateful, don't get me wrong, but I think those emotions were so big that I kind of shoved down the other ones, the ones where, like, holy crap, this is my life, like the sad, the mad, the emotional pieces. I kind of shoved those to the side because in my mind that wasn't what was important. What was important was that I was here and that I learned to walk again because I really needed that in my life. And now at the 6-month mark, I am starting to feel those big emotions that I wasn't able to before. The ones that I shoved down are starting to erupt now, and I find myself struggling a lot of days right now mentally. I am mad a lot. Early on, I wasn't mad. And so many people ask me, what, are you mad? What happened to you? Are you mad at the person who did this? And while I was always very upset that this happened, I never really acknowledged anger, sadness, any of those things, because I never perceived this as a loss. I just seen it as part of my life right then. But now I'm starting to feel loss. I'm starting to be able to grieve the things that have happened to me. And now I'm mad. I am mad that this is my life, because in my eyes, my life had just started. I talk about it a little bit in my other video, but I worked so hard to be a nurse. It is the only thing I ever wanted to do. And I'm good at it. I'm good at taking care of other people. And I'm mad that I don't get to do that right now. I miss it every day. I'm mad that I'm in a wheelchair, that I can't just go walk to get a drink of water or go to the bathroom when I need to. I'm mad that I'm dependent on care, that I need a 24-hour-a-day babysitter like a child. I am mad that I can't go and do things like I used to. I'm mad that I can't go see my friends when I want to. I'm mad that I don't get to be the person I was before. And I think I struggle with that some days. And I've always shown the best parts of my recovery. The look what I can do today. Look what I was able to accomplish. Look what I'm able to do. But I've yet to show you guys my bad days. And I think that at 6 months, now that I'm having those bad days, then maybe it's a little bit more important that I include those bad days. Because if this journey has been about anything, I hope to God that somebody else will be able to see this and it will be able to help them through a similar situation. I think during recovery, it's half physical, half mental, and I see that now. That it's okay to acknowledge that I have done amazing things in my recovery, but it's also okay to acknowledge that I've also endured incredible loss. And then it's okay to grieve that. And my therapist often told me, like, there are stages of grief, and you feel those moments through different stages of life. Like, you can lose a person, have grief. You can go through what I've been through and have grief and grieve the losses that I've had. And she's like, and through those different stages, you kind of, the end goal is to have acceptance of what is. And I started there. She's like, you always accepted that, you know what, you were in an accident, a bad thing happened, I'm gonna get through this. She's like, you started there. And often that's the end goal. So now that you're kind of viewing this backwards, she's like, sometimes I can be a little bit harder. She's like, but what is important is that you're acknowledging those feelings and not just trying to shove them down anymore with the feelings of gratitude, because both are great. It's okay that I am excited that I am alive. It's okay to be excited that I have a second chance. And it's also okay to acknowledge that I've endured loss. I've lost the ability to do my job. I've lost the ability to walk, to take care of myself. I have lost the ability to be that old Brianna. And that's a loss. And I'm mad. Anger is part of it as well. And I find myself angry a lot lately. I'm mad that it took 2 seconds for somebody else to decide my life. 2 seconds. I'm mad. Because, again, in my eyes, my life just started, and 2 seconds took that away. Ryan and I were in a great place. We just bought a house. I just started my full-time career as a nurse. I had everything that I wanted. Happiness and health, and now those things are kind of juggled right now. And so I'm angry. I'm angry now that it took 2 seconds for someone to take that away from me, and now I have to fight every day to get that back. I'm fighting every day. And what you guys don't see is that with the physical healing, I also have a lot of emotional healing that I need to do, and I think I've only really just started that recently. I've had a lot of bad days recently. I'm angry that I can't get out of bed some days on my own because I'm in so much pain. It literally takes my breath away. I am mad that I can't shower by myself. I'm mad that I can't walk down the stairs to go get the mail. It's the little things in life that I realized that I really took for granted. I'm mad that I'm not planning my wedding, that I am not picking out wedding dresses with my mom and my grandma, that I'm not planning first dances with my dad and my husband, that my next big plan is just to be able to walk to the bathroom, to be able to stand bedside without any equipment. And I don't feel my legs, and that seems daunting at times. Like, am I trying to do the impossible? Am I trying to do something and fight for something that, might not happen? And I'm having a lot of those feelings lately. And that's part of recovery, I guess. And it sucks. Recovery isn't always jokes and good days, and look what I was able to accomplish today. Some days it is just enough to be able to say, I got up today, and I stayed awake. I was able to do small tasks like brush my own hair, brush my teeth, clean my own glasses. That's an okay part of recovery too. My recovery is not always going to be like, look, I walked today. Look, I was able to get from the bed to the wheelchair by myself. And I think that at 6 months, it's okay to acknowledge that my recovery is half physical, half mental. And I think going forward, I'm going to show you guys a lot more of those days that I struggle, because I think they'll be able to help somebody else. I hope that somebody else will be able to see this and be like, you know what, I have had a really bad day today, but that, you know what, that moment is just my right now and not my forever. And I'm happy that I was able to accomplish what I've been able to accomplish over these last few months. And to highlight some of those, I have been able to transfer myself to and from the bed by myself. Some days I'm a little bit more tired and I need a little bit of help still, but I'm still able to do that by myself. I'm able to put on my own socks by myself. I'm able to put my own shirts on now by myself. I'm able to comb my own hair. When Ryan helps me get to my shower chair, I'm able to help wash my own hair. There are so many things that I am able to do at 6 months that I couldn't a few months ago, which seems crazy. I couldn't comb my hair 6 months ago and I can do it now. I have done amazing things. But right now, my recovery going forward is going to be a lot of mental recovering as well. So the things that I've been able to overcome the last few days, I was able to talk to Ryan about the things that were hurting me. I was able to tell people that not every day is a good day. I'm acknowledging the things that I've lost. I am starting to understand that recovery is both. Recovery is physical and mental. I'm going to try doing a lot more of both. And it's okay to feel gratitude in my situation, that I'm so very grateful for everything I've overcome. But it's also okay to understand that I can be angry at the things that I've lost. So this is what 6 months looks like. I am doing the best that I can. I am healing physically, I am healing mentally. Also, a huge part of my recovery right now is that a few days ago, I was told that I'm finally able to start weaning off my collar. So let's end this video on a very positive note. I can start weaning off my collar, which means my neck has healed enough where it can hold the weight of my head, so I can start taking the collar off. So over the next month, I will start taking it off for a few minutes to a few hours at a time, giving my body the time to be able to hold up my head and give those muscles a chance to work again. And hopefully by March, mid-March to end March, I will be neck brace, collar free, and that will be just another part of my recovery. And that's super exciting, and I want to share that with you guys as well. So again, thank you guys for being part of my story. Thank you for being part of my recovery. Thank you for loving me through an impossible situation. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching my video.